My desire for perfection is the enemy. I should stop desiring perfection. Every time I've tried to record this, the birds, the people, I want to be out on the deck. It's beautiful outside. Okay, hi, my name's Charlie. I am a sci-fi fantasy writer. I am wanting to really give this YouTube thing a go, and I'm really self-conscious about being on film, so I apologize for the noise, but if I don't record a video, I'm never going to record a video, so I just can't let the excuses keep piling up. Okay, so Kevin over at on Kevlandia, I don't know how to say that. Anyway, he did a video about what his greatest dreams for his fiction is, and said that it should be a tag. So I'm taking part in it. So, my craziest dreams. I actually have two big ones that are insane. One, I actually share with him. I want one of my book series to be turned into a TV show. Will that ever happen? I don't know. I think it would actually work really well on Netflix, especially my Dragons of Night stuff. Yeah, I think that would work really well as a Netflix series. So, you know, it's kind of spooky. It fits into that class that they like to do with the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and The Order and Stranger Things. It's in that weird area. I think that it would work fairly well over there. But I don't know if it'll ever happen. I don't know if my sci-fi or epic fantasy stuff would ever be turned into a series, though I would love to see that. But I think it would be really, really cool to see one of my books turned into a TV series. I've always kind of wanted that. Now, my second insanely unrealistic goal is that I would like to actually, for either my epic fantasy setting or my sci-fi setting, to have the opportunity to actually make an MMO style game based in that world. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. I thought that that would be amazing and awesome. And actually, before the pandemic hit, we were doing a tabletop role-playing game actually based off of my sci-fi setting, and I really enjoyed that. And I'm going to try to put all those stat blocks up on my World Anvil sites, which you can find links to over at projectshadow.com. So, yeah, I love playing MMOs. I like, especially story-based MMOs where you have a lot of rich world building to dig into. I was a big fan of Star Wars Galaxies. I was a huge fan of Rift. I played that for a long time. I played Champions, and Wildstar was great until it wasn't. Star Trek Online's good. My husband and I are actually currently playing No Man's Sky together. So if you're interested in anything like that, it's a fun game. I've actually played it for a long time before Brian joined in, and now we're playing it together, and it's like crazy fun. But yeah, it would be so amazing to see people actually building characters and playing through stories, and I think it would be a fun opportunity to actually build out a lot of the broader world and have a lot of that come in. I have a lot of ideas for what I think would be fun mechanics that you could put in based on the setting. So yeah, that's something that will never happen because the amount of money it takes to make an MMO, that will absolutely, positively never happen. But I would love that so much. Yeah, this is the one that I don't like saying because it sounds so egotistical, but you know, Kevin from Kevlandia said it, so I'm going to say it too. I would like to win an award. It doesn't have to be a Hugo or a Nebula, but I would like to actually win a Lambda Literary Award. That's something that means a lot to me. I spent a lot of time writing LGBT characters and LGBTQ stories and really trying to make that something that I focus on, because I know that I have a hard time finding the stories that I want to read with non-binary femme characters like myself. So I really want to see more of that, and I would love to, actually do something, not the acknowledgement, like, it's not that I want the acknowledgement for it, it's that I would love to have done something worthy of recognition. Like, I would love to think that something that I did moved people and was powerful and important enough to actually deserve to even be nominated. Like, I know people say being nominated is a great honor and they often don't mean it, but just getting a nomination for something like that would really mean a lot to me. My podcast, back when in the early days, was put up for a Pegasus Award, and that meant the world to me. We didn't win that year, but it meant the world to me because those are fan voted, and I didn't even know that they were going out, and the fact that the audience had put it forward and it meant enough to them to get me through to the nomination stage, that meant the world for me. And yeah, so I would love to do something worthy of an award more than actually win one, but I wouldn't mind being able to be like, hey, have you seen my award? Because I would be that person. So maybe for the rest of the world it wouldn't be the best thing to have happen, but it is something that I would love to do. Most of my dreams when it comes to my writing are very simple. I just want readers, I want people to be engaged. I've had somebody actually do a filk based off of one of my stories once, and I would love to see more of that. I'm a huge fan of filk, and I would absolutely love to see more filk music. That's always been a dream of mine, as well as fan fiction. If I could ever write a character that was so moving to others, and so a world that was so enthralling to others that they started writing their own fiction in it, that would make me so happy, because I got my start writing Star Trek fan fiction and Forever Knight fan fiction back in the day. If anybody knows me from back then and has copies of those stories, I would love to have them. They disappeared in one of the Great Pilferings. But yeah, it's been a lot. So yeah, those are kind of my biggest dreams, and they're not all that original. I know a lot of people share them in common, but I think those are the things that I would want. Right now, just to give you kind of an update on where I am really building out my Dragons of Night setting. So if you go to, I'll try to remember to put a link in the thingy, but if you go to projectshadow.com, there'll be a link to the World Anvil site there. I'm really trying to get that built up. I'm doing my meta right now. I'm going to be taking part in World Builder Summer Camp, so in July, which is basically, it's like NaNoWriMo, but for world builders. So if anybody wants to join me on that, I'm probably going to be doing videos and stuff more about that, because I have books and stuff I want to get done, but I really want to get this world set up to a place where people can fall in love with it like I have, and that's very important to me. So, anywho, YouTube, I'm trying to do this thing. Until next time, don't forget, have the fun.